Dear students, a very good evening to all of you. We welcome all of you for another amazing session of this webinar. Today we have with us an eminent speaker, CA Brajesh Agarwal sir, and to moderate the session we have CA Love Tamra sir. The moderator sir will be introducing to you with the speaker. Over to you, Love sir.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. A very warm welcome to all of you joining us for today's session of the Run at 100 webinar series, an initiative by the Institute of Chartered Accountants of India Board of Studies Operations to celebrate excellence, ignite insight, and empower the next generation of finance professionals. Now, let me introduce you the Chairman of Board of Studies Operations, CA Dr. Rohit Ruvatia. CA Dr. Rohit Ruvatia is an iconic Central Council member of the ICI and currently serving as the chairman of the Board of Studies Operations. Renowned for his visionary leadership, he holds the distinction of being one of the youngest ever managing committee member, regional council member, and central council member in ICI history. He has contributed for major initiatives for inclusion of ICI's name in Guinness Book World Record for the largest career counseling session, led impactful programs like Practice Ki Pathshala and residential training for new COP holders. As chairman, he continues to shape policy and method for practice for CA profession and the aspiring students respectively. Dedicated to student empowerment, he is committed to modernizing CA education through digital platform, innovative learning methods, and industry-related training, making him a key force in redefining the future of the CA profession. Now, let me introduce you the Vice Chairman of our Board of Studies Operations, C. Sanjeev Sanghi. C. Sanjeev Sanghi is a seasoned chartered accountant with over 26 years of experience. He is currently serving as Vice Chairman of the Board of Studies Operations, ICI. As a Central Council member, he is widely respected for his leadership in digital transformation, capacity building, and professional development. As a capable chartered accountant, he led impactful initiatives like UDAN and the Voice of Diamonds. He has actively contributed to various ICI committees and held key positions in professional and social organizations. Known for his visionary approach, he is committed to empowering young professionals, enhancing auditors' ethics, and strengthening ICI's global presence through innovation and inclusive growth. So this was all about our Vice Chairman, Board of Studies. Now, today's session is an exciting one and a truly essential skill in the modern financial world. The topic for today's session is soft skill as the new hard skills, branding yourself in the CA world. To lead us into this artful territory, we are privileged to have with us a distinguished speaker, C. Brajesh Agarwal. Let me introduce to the speaker. C. Brajesh Agarwal is based in Delhi and Gurgaon with over 3 decades of experience, specializing in GST compliances and litigation for clients across more than 10 states in India. Alongside professional practice, he has followed a personal passion for training in soft skills and management for the past 25 years, having guided and empowered over 80,000 students and professionals. He brings not just expertise, but patience and empathy, adapting his approach to listeners' needs. His clear communication, leadership, and ability to simplify complex topics help aspiring CAs grasp the importance of soft skills. So now let's over to Brajesh Agarwal, sir. Let's give a warm welcome to CA Brajesh Agarwal. Thank you so much. Sir, please go ahead.
Thank you, CA Tamraji. Thank you, Parimalji, for introducing me and me getting an opportunity to address the students. The people have already been introduced about me. A slight more addition that after qualification, I was into various areas as a normal chartered accountant is, but I never left the learning. So learning part is very important, which will be adding on into the presentation. There is no age for learning. And I will be sharing my experiences and my learnings into the coming slides. And speaking became my passion because way back in 95, 97, I learned plenty of these speaking skills. And at that time, there was no orientation, no GMCS with ICI because that started in 2002. So I gave my first presentation in 1999 into a hotel in Connaught Place. And then we discussed about communication skill. And I'm so happy to see that with all these years, things have grown so fast. So it is not a query now that people can't speak. No, many of the people can speak. And with thousands and thousands of these GMCS and OCs, many of you participants must have attended that. And I'm sure that you will be able to make yourself presentable in front of a small gathering or even a large gathering. So I'm sharing this my slideshow.
Yes, sir.
The topic
okay.
is soft skill is hard as the new hard skills. The first very important thing to ponder is that are we really comparing it with the new hard skill? Or are we comparing it with the existing hard skill? ये कई बार सुनने में लगता है कि soft skill is not for me. Sometimes people think that soft skill is a cake, is an icing. Even if I don't go with this, I'm fine. So people think hard skills are very, very important. And no doubt about it. If we look into the takeaways, the agendas, the soft skill as career accelerator, personal branding, adaptability, leadership. So yes, of course, it accelerates your career. Personal branding is related to, like, once you start learning and developing these skills, you start using these skills everywhere. So you are identifiable. For example, you are able to do audit very well. You are able to do GST very well. So you are branded. Thus today, when the GST came in 2017, I started learning. And now I am dealing in more than 14 states in the country. So many people are approaching me for GST, all kind of compliances, all kind of litigation, because I have worked hard into this area. But soft skill matters. If you have soft skill, you can tell people, you're able to communicate. You might be able to do something very grand. But if you're not able to communicate it, then people will not understand. And that makes your brand. Adaptability, we'll discuss about. Leadership. A very important question. Is soft skill an alternative to hard skill? Now, many of you may think that no, hard skill is something, is our technical skills. So definitely soft skill is not an alternative to hard skill. Initially, we used to think it is an icing on the cake. चलो थोड़ा बहुत कर लो, अच्छा लगेगा. काम करोगे साथ में स्किल भी होगी तो और अच्छा लगेगा. But now I would like to say that it is a second cake. It is not a mere an icing on the cake. It is a second cake. You can say it is a subject. In your technical skills, there are many subjects. Similarly, in the soft skills also, we have got many subjects. As if you must have gone through the JMCS classes, there you find that there are plenty of the seminars, plenty of sessions are there. In the same way, soft skills also can be divided into variety of these skills, variety of the learnings. But currently, we don't have any exam. But yes, you are giving self-exam and you are the self-evaluator. Hard skills are our technical strength. Now, I would like that, although we don't have a two-way interaction here, but you should start writing on your pad. This is going to really bring a sea change into your working. Please write down what are your major hard skills, what are your major technical skills. As an early entrant, you may say, yes, I'm doing accounting, I'm doing auditing, I'm doing income tax work, I'm doing MCA compliances, or I'm doing GST compliances and litigation part. But sooner or later, you will realize that there has to be one thing which you are doing best. For example, my office is doing everything. We don't say no to client, but I deal all the GST cases from little part of the compliance to every part of the litigation. Now, it doesn't mean if I'm looking into litigation, then I'm not also looking into accounting part. I'm not looking into income tax part. No, I'm looking into all the parts. But my main strength is GST. So when we say that, please write your technical strength. So you need to write. Now, this also gives you a very important learning that none of you can pass the training time. I feel so exhaustive and so bad when I meet young chartered accountant walking into my office, and when I ask them, they are not able to do the tally accounting. They are not able to understand the legal part of GST. Now, technical skills are very, very important. You all have to go through a very good quality of articleship. You need to learn everything. So people generally say you have to be a master of one and jack of none. But I don't say that. I said you have to be jack of all and master of one. एक स्किल तो होना चाहिए. आपने देखा होगा वो था some movie was there to China where the Akshay Kumar was there and he was fighting with a demon and he was losing all the time, and somebody told him that just try to show that one skill which you know the best. He said, I know how to throw a 50 kg potato bag. So, right. So you need to throw the people like a 50 kg potato bag. That is called expertise. So all of us need to have at least one expertise, but at the same time we need to be jack of everything. We cannot say कि मुझको tally नहीं आती, मुझे income tax नहीं आता. But then why are we doing CA? When we are passing an exam, then each and every subject we should be aware. Not only theoretically, but practically. Now, soft skills are overall personality traits. And they are shown everywhere. आप भी अपनी strength में लिख सकते हैं. Are you a good listener? Are you a good speaker? Are you a problem solver? Or you're a problem creator? We need to understand all these points. And this personality traits, whenever you are giving, we are not just talking to computer. We are talking to people. Look into now litigation part. People are not able to read law properly. Let us say GST. They are not able to make a presentation properly. And then when they go in front of the officer, they simply end up asking, Sir, mera kaam kara do. And believe me, when I am approaching officer, I never tell an officer ki mera kaam kara do. I always say that this is the law, this is the SSC which has done, and this is where you are not justified in raising a notice or demand. Then I take time. That's my hard skill. I take time. I study law, all kind of notification, case laws. Then I make my preparation. And then I write few lines. So that means even if I'm writing half page, reply to any show cause notice or DRC or ASMT 10. But then behind that, I have gone for 20 hours of hard work. So if my information is pinpointed, Then I go to the officer and make a presentation. And that presentation is maximum for 6 minutes to 10 minutes. This is communication and presentation skill. If I do not know how to concise the whole information without compromising over the quality of the data, so that is communication skill. I share one of the incident. Now, a couple of years back, I was contesting an advanced ruling into GST. It was from Haryana. The central officer and the state officer were sitting at Panchkula, and they said, Agarwal sir, would you like to have it physical or digital? I said, no ma'am, I would like to have digital. I make my complete preparation, and they gave me the time at 11 a.m. and other office people were supposed to join from other system at 11 a.m. but they didn't join. We started, the madam was there at 10:55. And she said, as we are here, there is no point waiting for 11 a.m. And we started at 10:58. Believe you me, by 10:13, all discussions were over. And by 10:15, she said, Mr. Agarwal, you have your way. I accept your pleading. And people said, getting success into advanced ruling is very, very difficult. But that was my first success into advanced ruling. Then my office people joined at 10:15. And by 10:15, the game was over. So it took me only 15 minutes from 10:58 to 11:13 to present with all the documentation. All kind of documentation were there and close the discussion. Believe you me, my friends, it was only possible because I have tuned up for so many years into my soft skill, my presentation skills. So this is a very hard personality trait. It is very hard earned. You may call it soft skill, but by working hard on you, you need to learn it. For example, you have an habit. कई बार लोग कहते हैं कि I have a bad habit. ये मेरी खत्म कैसे होगी? Suppose you have a habit of getting up late in the morning at 8 a.m. And a student is not supposed to get up at 8 a.m. They're supposed to get up at 4 a.m., 5 a.m. And every day you think that I will get up at 5 a.m. Now, can you get up at 5? Can you remove your bad habit by just like that? No, you have to accept a new habit. You have to accept that I have to get up by 5 o'clock or 4 o'clock. And come what may, whether you put alarm or you make your parents throw water on you so that you are up by 5 a.m. And slowly, once they help you to get up in the morning at 5 a.m., after 5-6 days, you will start getting up yourself at 5 a.m. So that means you can always replace the bad habit. You cannot say no to a bad habit. You have to say a yes to a good habit, and automatically that bad habit goes away. Similarly, your reading skills, examination skills, they are also skills. मैं पढ़ाई कैसे करूं? मेरा पढ़ाई में मन नहीं लगता. देखिए, you have to adopt an education system where you start enjoying. Believe you me, when I study law, when I study GST, when I read case laws, when I go for notification, when I go for GST council new meeting, I don't blink even for a second. So interest is like, you can always develop the interest. So that is also a skill. And then it becomes a personality trait. There's no age to learn. You will see that initially आपको लगेगा मैं CA बन गया, बहुत बड़ा पहाड़ हो गया, अब मैं कुछ नहीं पढ़ूंगा. You will see that chartered accountants after a couple of years realize that they should also become LLB. Because if you are LLB and if you are into litigation, you are able to present High Court and Supreme Court. As a chartered accountant, we are allowed to go to tribunals only. We can't go to High Court and Supreme Court. And many of the practitioners have left the COP of CA. Chartered accountancy CA, they have CAP have withdrawn, and they have taken the Bar Association membership. So there is no age for learning. Soft skill, there is no age of learning. You may say, I'm 25. How can I change myself? No, the change begins from yourself. If you decide you need to change, there is nobody who could stop you to change. I repeat my words. If you decide that you need to change, there is nobody who can stop you to change. Now, communication and speaking skills. Now, speaking in front of one person, many people, you have learned it into group discussion. More than 5-10 people is a public presentation. You need to learn it. You see, if you, in my office today, there was a new person who joined. And then I asked somebody to speak. As I am not running this exercise continuously, I felt that one of the person was not able to introduce himself or herself. And this is very bad. You cannot say, this is my name, and you kept quiet. The second is speaking on the right points. जब आप बोल रहे होते हैं आपके पास बोलने के लिए बहुत कुछ होता है, but you have to focus on the main points. Otherwise, you will never be able to speak. So always focus on 4 or 5 takeaways, 4 or 5 points, and you start speaking. Also see whether people are understanding this or not. When many people are speaking, you need to see that when many people are speaking, many people will disagree because there are many perceptions. So are you able to handle the disagreement? The best way to handle the disagreement is that first listen carefully. What is happening when you are speaking? You are speaking. But when somebody else is speaking, your mind is speaking to you. All the time, आप उसको सोच रहे हैं, ये अच्छा बोल रहा है, सही बोल रहा है, गलत बोल रहा है. You are analyzing. That is called paralysis of analysis. And then when you reply, you end up replying the same thing which you wanted to speak. Other person is saying, no, I have spoken something else. And you kept on repeating the same sentence which you want to speak. Now, this is very bad. What happens when we are speaking? Our mind is running very fast. You see, when you are writing, you write around 4 statements into 1 minute. But when we are speaking, we are speaking 20 to 30 statements per minute. So that means our mind is running very fast. When you are writing, you can keep quiet, think and write. When you are speaking, you can't stop to think. Not even for a 5 seconds. So you are speaking continuously. That means your mind is working 10 to 20 times than when you are writing. So when you have spoken, your mind does not stop. It is a time for other person to speak. Other person start speaking, but then your mind is speaking. So you are not listening to what the other person is saying. That's a technical point. What should you do? Simply say, stop, stupid. Stop, stupid. It is not the time to speak. It is the time to listen. And how to listen? Hear the words. Hearing और listening में बहुत फर्क है. लेकिन हम hearing भी नहीं करते, क्योंकि हमारा mind इतना बोल रहा होता है कि हमें hearing करने नहीं देता. To keep your mind shut, you need to practice it, how to shut your mind. And definitely, morning meditation for 10 minutes helps you a lot. Get up in morning. और आप देखिए हमारे शास्त्रों में क्या लिखा है कि जो सूर्य की रोशनी के साथ नहीं उठता है वो जीवन भर सोया रहता है. How many of you are able to see the morning light? Morning light comes today now around 5:30. You should be up by 5:30, latest by 5:30. You should clear your mind for 10 minutes. Go into silence. You will say, when I sit in silence, thousands of thoughts are coming into me. Let them come. Just watch the thoughts. That's all. But try not to think. There are 2 points. The thoughts are coming automatically, and secondly, you are trying to think. When thoughts are coming automatically, they will be very slow. But when you are trying to think, they will be 10 to 30 times faster. So try to quieten your mind. Then only you can hear. Hear means आपने जो कहा वो मैंने सुना. समझा नहीं अभी, सुना. So then you go for listening. Listening means I will hear you, and then I will try to understand what you are saying. Because majorly people try to understand in their own perception. Perception का word है, per means individual, perception means the way I look at. So when somebody is speaking, even if I hear, I understand with my perception, and that creates disagreement. So whenever you disagree, uska solution hai think. That means you are not able to understand what the other person has said and what he wants you to understand. You see, listening means hear the person and understand the perception of the other person. है वो 3 Idiots में तो पेंसिल के लिए उसने यूज किया था. तो भाई कहना क्या चाहते हो, तो जो कहना चाहते हो उसको समझिए. अच्छा वो कैसे समझेंगे, तो आप कहिए अच्छा ओके दिस इज व्हाट आई हैव अंडरस्टूड, दिस इज व्हाट यू वांट. हो सकता है आप गलत समझे हो, देन द अदर पर्सन विल से नो 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 नो, दिस इज नॉट, you have heard my words but you have not understood the underlying statement, whatever I want you to understand. So acha, all right sir, I have heard you but I have not understood, please tell me how what you want me to understand. क्योंकि कई बार लोग कहते हैं मैंने बोल दिया, तुम्हारे अंदर इतनी अकल होना चाहिए कि तुम समझ लेते, तुम नहीं समझे तो तुम्हारी बेवकूफी है. नहीं, ऐसा नहीं होता. When we are, that's why as a communicator, as a senior person, when we communicate, we always take feedback. That have you understood in the same fashion what I want you to understand? So you should also not feel shy. If somebody is speaking, you have heard and you have understood something, immediately say, sir, this is what I've understood. And if he says, no, I want you to understand something differently, you will understand the difference. So let me tell you, it is not about difference of opinion. It is about we have not heard the opinion. We have heard the other person with our opinion. And that is why we, most of the time, we are not able to understand the other person. So listen, understand the other person, and then reply. That needs a quiet mind. Not high class of skills and logics are required. You don't need an intelligent mind. You just need a quiet mind. And then you reply. That is why in GD, when I see people have speaking, you are speaking something, second person have spoken, third person have spoken, you got your turn or you snatched your turn, आपने वो मौका लिया, and then you keep on adding to what you said before. आप पहले एक लाइन बोलती हो, उसके बाद दूसरे और कई लाइनें बोलते हैं, फिर आप एक वही लाइन बोलती हो जो आपने नहीं बोल पाए थे. So that means you are not taking an account of any conversation which is spoken after you by the second, third or fourth speaker. And that is the reason you lose in the GD sessions also you lose. Because when you go for corporate employment, you send a resume, you have a GD. Even if you have your own practice, you see in practice also, I go for client visit and I meet 6 to 8 people. I give you a recent example. The appointment was fixed on Friday with a client at 2 p.m. on Monday. You see, Monday is a very heavy working day. Still the time was given. So on Monday morning, I asked him to send me the location. This was the discussion done at 11 a.m. We reached there at 2 p.m. The 2 p.m. time was there. And the person was coming out of the lift. It was our luck that I was there with my team and I met the person in the lift. And he said, "Arey, aap abhi aa gaye? You're supposed to come at 12 o'clock." I said, I sent you a message about 2 p.m. Now, when we went upstairs, his whole team was sitting in front of the whole team. He said, you were lucky that I met you at 2 o'clock. Our appointment was at 12 o'clock. But in any way, I always tell people that should give me a call before coming. But he has never told me this. So I said, maybe I missed on that. I think there was no communication done on this, but maybe there was a miss. So I was 100% sure there was no communication about that you should make a call on Monday morning before leaving. But then how do you take up that communication? You don't take a stand. I'm not passive here. I said, no, we never had a discussion about it, but I think maybe there is a missing. We are missing somewhere. All right. So we carried on. So that means we cannot afford to hurt the ego of the people. So it is not about job. Sometimes people say कि नहीं sir ये तो सारी job के लिए जरूरत है नहीं. You need it every time when you go for work, everywhere. When I'm sitting in my office, I'm talking to people. I have to see that I hear them clearly, and I make them hear clearly, but with compassion. Empathy is I know how do you feel. तो लोग बोलते बोलते सोचते ही नहीं है कि दूसरा समझ क्या रहा है. नहीं, have empathy. Try to see whether people have understood or not. At the same time, have compassion. Compassion means people can understand wrong. People will make mistake. Let them make mistake. To err is human. Nobody is perfect. Nobody listens completely. So speak, make people understand, and have compassion that they may not understand you properly. तो जब आप सीनियर हो जाते हैं तो कंपैशन आ जाना चाहिए. जब आप यंगस्टर्स हैं तो स्पीकिंग है, लिसनिंग ज्यादा होना चाहिए, so that you are able to hear your seniors. Following your seniors is very important. Most of the time I see people, they don't like the company where they are working. You are for 2 years now. Initially you were for 3 years. My articleship was for 3 years and I stayed in the company for 4 years. Because I knew how to like my chartered accountant. You have to like your seniors. Most of the time people are hitting their seniors. सर वो गुस्सा करते हैं, उनको आता नहीं है. एक बड़ा पॉइंट मुझे को सुनने मिलता है, सर माय सीनियर डजंट नो जीएसटी. ही इज नॉट सपोज्ड टू लर्न जीएसटी. If somebody is 30, 40-year-old qualified, he is not there to look into amendments and changes, although they should. I'm not saying it is an excuse that you are senior, you can't learn. I learn everything. But if they do not know, it doesn't mean you start behaving bad with the seniors. As a matter of fact, they're supposed to manage you. Many of my friends said, in my age group, I asked them whether you do this or not. They said, we have some knowledge. But a whole day I am busy with meeting clients, closing the deal, developing new infrastructure, hiring people, managing people, solving their problems and disputes, loving people, encouraging the sense of involvement by people, encouraging the sense of ownership in the people of the organization. कहने का मतलब हम कहते हैं ना, take responsibility. हम लोग क्या करते हैं, काम ले लेते हैं, but we don't take responsibility. Then we pass the buck. कि सर काम नहीं हुआ क्यों? Because this was not available. So it is not only responsibility, we need to take the ownership also of the work. So with seniors, you have to be very respectful. You see, if you are respectful with seniors, you will get a job from there. You will get your practice from there. And in the long run, you will get your partnership from there. Don't fight with people. Yes, as a youngster, you have a hot blood. You want to argue. You always want to tell people you are wrong. But have patience, they are your seniors. Unfortunately, when you are there fighting with your parents, sometime you may develop a habit of disrespecting the seniors. I don't want to point out this, but you have to be very humble. Appreciate people. If somebody has done something good, ये नहीं कहो ये तो उसका काम था, इसमें appreciate क्या करना. No, no. People are hungry of appreciation. You see, how many times you are appreciated in the house? There are hardly people who follow even the tradition of good morning or Ram Ram Ji, ya pyar chuna. Many people don't follow. They just get up in the morning, smile, look at everybody's faces, and go ahead. And people are not appreciating. Your mother is not getting appreciated if she makes a good food. The father is not being appreciated if he comes late, if he's busy making money, if he's doing the house chores, doing the things outside. So we have not learned appreciation. What we have learned is to criticize. भाई कमियां निकालो. ये तुमने गलत काम किया है, ये ऐसे करना चाहिए. Every time we are criticizing and shooting. Now this lessens our quality of appreciation. Always appreciate. Wow, you're looking good. You've done a great job. Even my maid who is there, she makes a good food. I say, great, you made a good tea. You have made a good chapati. So everybody. So that means you should be a nice person. You should be a happy person. People are not able to appreciate because they are not happy. Be happy. Criticism and complaint. If you want to criticize, first appreciate. And don't criticize the person. Only bring up the issue. And don't say कि ये यहाँ खराब है. कहो सर इसको ठीक कैसे कर सकते हैं? I have this situation. How can I improve it? Please suggest how can I improve it. So as a way, you are raising an issue. We are not there to criticize. We can raise issue in order to find better solution. अब लोग जाते हैं कहीं ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में, सर यहाँ ये खराब है, ये खराब है, ये खराब है. If you don't like things where you are working or where you are staying, how can you enjoy that? What will be your mindset? Body language. What you think comes on your face. कई बार लोग कहते हैं बॉडी लैंग्वेज सही करो. अरे बॉडी लैंग्वेज को सही करने से काम नहीं चलेगा. You have to change your thoughts. If you are happy, it comes on your face. Sometimes people say, fake it till you make it. Fake it till you make it. I don't agree. If you are an unhappy person, if you are an anger-based person, how can your body language be soft? You don't handle people with aggression. Can you handle law with aggression? Can you handle figures with aggression? No, you will end up doing the whole balance sheet will go bad. And you cannot file GST returns. You cannot be angry with the figures. So why we are angry with people? Most of the time people are not happy with people. That is the basic problem. When we see people, we are not happy. We should be comfortable and happy. The body language will change automatically. अब देखिए कुछ तरह के लोग होते हैं. This is again a very important soft skill. Problem solver. So try to find out what is the problem, what are possible solutions, discuss with your seniors, and what is a better solution. But don't avoid the problem. मेरे को क्या करना है? And everything comes with society. In my building, there are 4 floors, and I have my office at 2 floors. There's a basement also, yeah, 5 floors. So I always see if the stairs are dirty, the lift is dirty. And if it is dirty, I send my person to clean it. So people are busy making the stairs bad. I am busy cleaning the stairs. So it becomes your habit. Either you're a problem avoider or you're a problem solver. छोटी सी चीज है, लेकिन इसका आपके एटीट्यूड पर फर्क पड़ता है. So when we see a problem, whenever you see a problem, don't try to avoid it. Don't try to criticize it. That is your problem. When you are working in an organization, whether it is yours or somebody else, it is your problem. And some people are so busy creating problem. I don't believe that we see as a problem creator. Yeah, in the outside world, there are so many people who are problem creator, but we can never be a problem creator. Adaptability. देखिए जो चल रहा है उसको स्वीकार करो. When do you go to an organization, accept the process. The SOPs are there, standard operating procedure. But don't first accept the process. क्या चल रहा है उसको स्वीकार करो. Don't be mum कि नहीं जी मेरा काम है मैं तो चेयर पे बैठ के करूंगा, मेरी फिगर्स है मैं तो इस पे करूंगा. No, interact with people, talk to people. Most of the works are done in chain. Somebody's finished work becomes the raw material for other person. That second, my firm is working into a 5-chain process. The work of the first team becomes the input for the second team. The work done by the second team becomes the input for the third team. Interact with people. Otherwise, every team will be doing something else and they will never be merging. Interact with people. Like people. We have many reasons not to like people. Try to find out 1 or 2 reasons to like somebody. आपके पास किसी भी पर्सन को डिसलाइक करने के लिए 2-4 चीजें हो सकती हैं, but just try to find out one thing which you like in that person and interact with that person always. Think with people, not in isolation. There are so many departments. You see, the accounting department works becomes the raw material for the GST department. When the GST is done, the finalization of the year accounting entries, then it becomes the work of the audit department. Then it becomes the input of the tax department. And compliance and litigation is done everywhere. So we can work in team provided we are having interaction with the different teams simultaneously. So don't work in isolation. आपका डिपार्टमेंट है उसके लोगों के साथ काम करिए, दूसरे डिपार्टमेंट है उनके लोगों के साथ भी काम करिए. Otherwise, the report of one department will not be understood by the other department. Growth is very easy. Commitment is difficult. कई बार लोग कहते हैं हमारा पहला है to make a good career. You see, we all want growth in our career. Growth is very easy, let me tell you. Commitment is very difficult. जहां आप काम कर रहे हैं, who grows the company? क्वेश्चन पूछ रहा हूं आपसे, आप दिमाग लगाइए, कंपनी को ग्रो कौन करता है? First answer will come, owner has got the onus of growing the company. He is there to grow the company. Again, now, does an owner individually grows the company? No. Every company is growing with the team. Who is in the team? The leaders. आज हमारा सॉफ्ट स्किल का टॉपिक है जिसमें हाउ टू बिकम अ लीडर. तो लीडर का सॉफ्ट स्किल तो है, इन्वॉल्व योरसेल्फ एवरीवेयर. Try to learn things. लीडर के साथ साथ देखिए, every person who is a worker, supervisor, manager, everybody can be an instrumental to growth. देखिए आज ये सेमिनार हो रहे हैं, एक हफ्ते में 2 सेमिनार, माइंड ब्लोइंग. It's a mind blowing exercise which is the BOS Board of Studies is doing for the students. Now, this was an agenda of the committee, and from that agenda, these 2 people or many more people have taken it as their agenda. No, this is my agenda. I am responsible to do this. My chairman and vice chairman, whether he is there or not, doesn't matter. I am going to deliver. So I am giving an example of Thyrocare company. The Velumani was a chairman. You must listen to this video from YouTube. This man belonged to a village, very poor person, very poor person. He used to work in afternoon and evening, used to collect some money and then pay for the fees of his younger brother and sister. He was so poor. So when he grew up, he left the village after college with 500 rupees and moved to Mumbai. 500 rupees to Mumbai. He worked there into government organization. He got job. He got married. And then he opened this Thyrocare. And after 25 years of working, he sold Thyrocare for 5,000 crores rupees. If you learn to his teaching, he says, I divide my people into three parts. First is worker. So there are good workers and bad workers. Bad workers do not work. They just talk, talk, talk. They create nonsense. They create problem. They create negativity. They don't do their job and they do everything. So he said, after 1 month, I fire all of them who are not workers. But I need workers. They're able to do the job. Then after 1 year, I recognize who are able to do their job properly. At the same time, they're able to help out 3 or 4 people how to do their job. And then he said, they are my supervisors. So I need good workers. I need supervisors. Then I need managers. These are managers are those who think the company belongs to them. They not only belong to the company belongs to them. The Velu Money never hired an experienced person. He always hired 25,000 freshers. He developed them, grew the company and sold them. So can you grow the company? आप कहेंगे भाई साहब मैं तो काम कर रहा हूं, सर मैं तो काम करूंगा. ये देखिए आप काम कर रहे हैं लेकिन आप अपने को देख कैसे रहे हैं ये इंपॉर्टेंट है. If you have just joined the company, yes, you can grow. Think long term. Shortcomings are issues which need to be overcome. Create new strength, new areas of development. हमारा गोल क्या है, ऑर्गेनाइजेशन क्या चाहता है, what are the new areas where we need the development? We need to talk about. 3 level and thinking. You are working in this company. What are you doing? I am working into this company. You name the company, I am working here. I am a part of this company. A sense of belonging. I am the company, sense of ownership. Be a part of the company's goal. This all takes time. So let me tell you, now you join a big company. You have got plenty of things to do. Keep on working. Someday you will go to the top management. Our Tatas have also done it. And so many other examples are there where they joined in the organization and they went to the chairman of the board. Now you have a mid company. Look, kai baar kehte, I want to join the big force or the big best in the industry. No, not necessary. Wherever you join, if you join a middle company, you have got more opportunities to grow because the new areas of development, overcoming the shortcomings, creating new strengths, the opportunities are 10 times larger. Now, if I am growing, any CA who is growing the firm can only grow with people. I cannot grow single-handed. I need people. And later on, these people become leaders. And the leaders become co-owners. So these are very important things. So never think the company is small. You can join a small company and you can grow the company. So Tamraji, it is 4:50. Do you want me to carry on or you have some questions?
Sir, few of the questions are posted in the chat box.
You have the question in the chat box. Okay.
Yes, sir. Sir, may I read out the questions? First question is how we can, sir, one student has asked that how we can achieve focus like you.
Where is that question?
Sir, I have entered in the chat box. First question is how we can achieve focus like yourself.
I'm not able to see the question. All right, all right. So
No,
please,
I will read out. I will read out.
you read it out.
Yes, first question is how we can achieve focus like you. First student has asked.
Ah, my friend, I'm also a human being. I also have got a lot of challenges. So I can't say I always remain focused. This is the first acceptance. Focus will come through your goals. You should be able to see your clear goals, very clear. Like you are doing chartered accountancy. So you have got two responsibilities here. One is to pass the exam, and second is to learn the competencies. Now, many times I want to tell here that people are doing intermediate and they are not able to pass intermediate. They pass foundation or they come directly, they pass one group and then they keep on failing and they keep on reading for the second group. Now, unless until you pass both groups, you don't go to articleship. So I have seen thousands and thousands of people dropping from CSC or they become defocused. So one of the career aspects for becoming defocused is that you have a fear, I'm failing permanently, but at the same time, my life has got no meaning. That is why I suggest people that the moment you pass your foundation, you should join a CA firm. So when the intermediate will pass much early if you join a CA firm. Work there for 3 years. Believe you me, I have got friends who passed only intermediate one group and then they retired at the age of 50 to 53, 12 years back at a package of 50 lakhs rupees per annum. And today they are owning their companies with a service revenue of 15 crores rupees per annum. They are not CA, not even CA intern. You need to be successful. So for a CA student, studies and work knowledge, two things are very important and both things are very different. As the result is much less. So we become defocused because goal is not clear. We have a goal to pass CA, we don't pass CA. When the goal becomes so far away, we become depressed. And then reading again and again, there's no guarantee you are going to pass in CA. So achievements are important. Second, playing a game. Whatever wrong is happening into your life, forget it. Always play a game. Even today, I play 1 hour badminton with youngsters between 25 to 45 and I don't let them win. So my body is healthy, my mind becomes healthy, and there becomes a winning tendency. I have to win. It is not over unless until I win. That should be the die-hard attitude. You will always have focus. Focus will come automatically.
Sir, second question is which soft skill you feel which is the most important for a CA?
I think it is a bouquet of everything. For example, you go to a big thali shop. जी यहाँ सबसे बढ़िया थाली मिलती है. So you'll find it is full of with 50, 52 items. So there is no one skill. I mean, if you can speak well, you have to listen well. So slowly and slowly, you have to learn all these skills. So no one skill.
Sir, next question is, how do soft skills differentiate one chartered accountant from another with same technical knowledge?
Oh, देखिए, we discussed the whole 140-50 minutes on this. Hard skills are very, very, very important. But you have to learn how to talk with people, how to make, if you know how to process your thought. Processing your thought process is also important. As I said, writing your thought process is slow. You produce 3 statements per minute. By talking to people, you produce 20 to 30 statements per minute. Your speed of mind becomes very fast. So your presentation becomes very fast. Your written presentation becomes very fast, to the point. You see, in examination, we are writing all kind of things, but not the main points. Why? Because we are not focused. So if you learn public speaking, if you learn communication skill, you will read 500 pages, but you will remember the main 5 points. And that main 5 points gives importance in time management. A person, a CA who has not learned soft skill, will do everything, every small thing every day, but they will not be able to complete those 5 points, 5 jobs which are very important on that day. तो लोग कहते हैं मैं पूरा दिन बिजी रहा लेकिन काम तो कुछ हुआ ही नहीं. इसी तरह आप पूरे दिन पढ़ाई करते हो लेकिन पढ़ाई तो कुछ होती नहीं. So you have to be focused. The soft skill make us more focused and time managed.
Sir, next question is, which soft skill do you personally find most challenging to develop and why? Soft skill which you find most challenging.
Most challenging, I think, you see, the challenge might be different from person to person. For example, when I'm talking to people, I always see the interest of the other person also. And sometimes I become so involved in the interest of the person. For example, a doctor who is doing surgery, he always wants to give the best result. But during the surgery, he will cut, will put stitches, he will give you very bad taste medicines. So in my communication set time, I'm very hard. I'm very outright. And that gives me a bad feeling because people are not able to take it lightly. So I think a very important part is that even if you are communicating with others, maintain balance. You might have a great feeling to correct others, but it is not necessary that everybody is going to take it into positive spirit.
If there is a question, with AI and automation handling many technical tasks, which soft skills will become more valuable for CA in the next decade?
Please repeat again loudly.
With AI and automation handling many technical tasks, which soft skills will become more valuable for CAs in the next decade?
You see, first to discuss about AI. AI is not our master. AI is our slave. All these development are there to help people. Initially, it is like a charisma. You enter a data and you find a better data. But believe you me, when I'm going for my cases, I never get a better data. In my all GST litigations, if I give it to the various AI, they give me so poor arrangement of data because there are no cases decided on that. So I think it is not a master, it is a slave. So soft skill is another hard skill, I would say. It is another hard skill. Don't think it is an option. No, it is not an option. No. You have to learn to talk. You have to learn to think. You have to learn to make presentation. There's no option. So AI is not going to do anything into soft skill. No. AI is not going to do much. Some changes will be there into hard skill. But Mind will always be superior. Mind will always work beyond AI.
I think
Sir, how can continuous improvement in soft skills help CAs remain relevant in a competitive global market? This you have
Please,
almost
please be
covered.
loud. I can't hear.
Yes, sir. How can continuous improvement in soft skills help CAs remain relevant in competitive global market?
You see, we will all. There is no competition. Let me tell you, there is no competition. I don't know where is the competition. Let me tell you, even if you are able to do tally well, if you are able to do tally well means you are able to enter the purchase bill, sales bill, bank entries you are able to upload. You are able to file your returns, GST data you are able to prepare. This is the most sought after skill. Every company is needing it. Where is the competition? There is no competition to chartered accountants. No. People keep on asking me, give me good people, give me good people. I need good people. I need good trainees with a good set of mind, are willing to learn. Even if they are not CA inter pass, CA foundation pass, they can come to me, I'll train them. So there is no competition in the CA line, believe you me, there is no competition. आपको अपना काम करना अच्छा आना चाहिए, you'll find 100 people giving you the work. There's no shortcut to learning, no shortcut. Believe you me, when I write a letter, मुझे यदि कोई लेटर भी किसी डिप्टी कमिश्नर, जॉइंट कमिश्नर, एडिशनल कमिश्नर को लिखना होता है, या प्रिंसिपल सेक्रेटरी ऑफ अ स्टेट, recently I wrote a GST principal secretary of the state of UP. The letter was only 3 pages, 3 A4 pages. But I took 15 hours for writing that letter. I collected information, focused on information, changed the lines, changed the presentation. And when I sent him the letter, then I gave him a call. His PA said, I will pass the message to the principal secretary. And the principal secretary said, yes, Mr. Agarwal, I have read your paper. Who reads the mail? Nobody. And then he gave me the personal number to send the same mail, same on his WhatsApp. Now he remembers me. When I call him, he remembers me. The principal secretary who remember none. So you need to have passion. एक जुनून चाहिए, पागलपन चाहिए कि जो मैं कर रहा हूं वो उससे कम कुछ नहीं, वो सबसे ऊपर है.
बहुत बढ़िया सर.
Where is the competition? There is no competition. So all the youngsters learn things, perform things, work hard. There is no competition. Even today, so there is no hard work, let me tell you also. When you start enjoying your work, where is the hard work? It is only time. I work for 4 hours, I work for 8 hours. But balance. Balance jarur karna. Don't become a workaholic. In the morning, I do 30 minutes yoga, all asanas, with 5 minutes of pranayama, and 1 hour of rigorous badminton. I get up at 5 a.m. and I get ready. My office is very near. So I'm discounting all the travel time. Always try to stay near your office. 1.5 घंटा सुबह जाना, 1.5 घंटा आना. It is killing yourself. Stay near the house, near the work. My home to office place is only 6 minutes driving. So I leave at 10 o'clock and I reach here at 10:05, 10:06. So let us not waste time. Let us not get tired. So morning time is very important. Your efficiency will increase.
Definitely. So the same situation is with me too. Same situation is with me too. I am too. Am having my office along with my residence. It's situated in the same building, and it's worthwhile. Really, I do appreciate that working from home, because at times you might be aware that lot of time our this site is not working, income tax site is not working. So at times I get up at 2 in the morning and try to finish by I do 4 hours work. It's really satiable, wonderful. You can go through means tons of work in those 4 hours only. If you sit in a peace situation, that is more than sufficient. So one should always try to be very much near to his residence. Workplace should
Very
be as much
correct
near.
point,
That
sir.
will be more better. Yeah.
Very correct point said by you and Love, sir. So, sir, most of the questions, relevant questions, we have already asked. So, I would ask Love, sir, to conclude, give his concluding remarks.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, C. Brajesh Agarwal, for this insightful and power-packed session on soft skills as new hard skills, branding yourself in the CA world. You have truly shown us that beyond just crunching numbers, it's how we communicate them that drives real decisions. To, to all our participants, thank you for your presence and enthusiastic engagement today. We
Thank you, sir.
hope
Thank you,
this
Tamraji.
session.
Thank you very much. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
sir. Thank you to
Thank you, sir.
Speaker CA Brajesh Agarwal, sir. Thank you to CA Love Tamra, sir, for the wonderful session. We would also like to thank all the students for their active participation in the session, for the questions they asked. We also thank our chairman and vice chairman, sir, for taking this wonderful initiative. Students are requested to please join this run series every Tuesday and Friday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. to learn and grow.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank
So
sir.
you.
kind of.
Thank you, Brajesh, sir. Thank you, Love, sir.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
sir. Thank you
participant.
so
Thank
much.
you,
Thank you
both
to
of you.
technical
Tech
team
team,
also.
tech team,
Okay.
please close the session.
Thank you so much.
Tech team.